Okay. So we're going to design a social media post for a company that sells sofa. So let me type it out. Social media posts for a sofa company. Let's just go with that. So I want us to be that. Sorry about that. My network. I don't know. Whenever I start the class, my network will just. I don't know what's the problem, but okay. So hope you guys can hear me now. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir, we can
So
hear you.
all right. So let's get started. So what I'm saying is we're going to make our own choices with this design. That means you have to pick your own sofa. You have to pick your own sofa. I'm going to pick my own sofa and my own color. But you are going to pick your own sofa and your own color. Then the write-ups on the design, you are going to decide the write-ups that are going to be on your design. So if you are designing your own, it has to be different sofa, different types of sofa, different types of colors of sofa. So you need to be unique. Some will go for green, some will go for orange, some will go for blue. Just make sure your own is unique, your own color is different. So the first step is going to Google and searching for a nice sofa. That's what I'm going to do right now. So I'll open up my browser and then I'll search for sofa. Then I'm going to decide on the color. I'm going to decide on the color of the sofa I want to use.
I'm not seeing your screen. Oh,
I'm not seeing your screen, sir.
Me too, sir.
I
Yes,
okay,
sir, I
hold
seeing
on
it now.
hold on. I think okay. I think it's the
Yes, sir.
network. I guys see the screen, like the canvas screen.
Yes, I can see the canvas screen, sir.
We are seeing it now. His network is very, very bad. Like,
Can you guys hear me?
yes, we can hear you,
Can
sir.
you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
So let's continue. So what you're going to do for me, you're going to go to Google, then you download your own download an image of a sofa, just the sofa. Then you remove the background, remove all the background, just leaving alone the sofa. Then you download it. So you're going to be using that particular picture for this design. So that means if, for example, if you browse, if you pick a color, let's say you pick orange color for your own sofa, then just type orange sofa on Google, then you download your own picture. Once you download your own picture, you go to remove.bg, you remove your background, then you save it. So that once we start, you can use it. So I'm going to wait for a minute for you guys to do it. That's for people that want to follow up. So the time starts now. Go ahead to go to Google, download any color of sofa you want. And then once you are done, you comment done. Once you remove the background and you save it, just comment done.
Sir,
Hope
please,
you
can
guys
you come
understand.
again? No.
Okay,
Sir, come again.
I I said you should go to Google. What you are designing what you are designing today is a social media post for a company that sells sofa. Let me type it again. Social media posts for a sofa company. Then go to Google, download and remove the color, remove the background of remove the background of a sofa image. That's you browse for any color of any sofa you want. You download the picture, you remove the background, and then once you are done with that, you comment done. You type done on the chat box so that we can start the design. So I'm still waiting for you guys to do that. You have a minute to do that so that we can continue with the class. You can choose any color you want. Orange, yellow, blue, black, green. No, you can't share your screen, Ruth. There's no need to share your screen. Just go ahead to download the picture of the sofa, then remove the background. After that, you comment done. Why is it difficult for you guys to, is there is there anyone that have completed? I don't understand. Or can't you guys understand? Okay, Emmanuel is done. So Emmanuel is the first person to
Done,
finish.
done.
Person is done. I'm still waiting for Chi, Peace, Dominion, Umesoma, Chioma, Chidera is done. We still have about 50, we still have about Chioma is done. About 14 more people to go. I don't know why some people in this class are not following, they're not participating. Dominion said I will do mine after the class. Once you're done with that, just comment done. This class, I'm not going to be stepping back to carry someone along. So if you're not following now, that's your own problem. So we are starting fully now. So go ahead to go on to Canva. Then what you're going to do is you're going to select social media posts. That's you're going to search for social media posts. Are you guys seeing my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, the Canva.
Okay, so go ahead to search for social media posts. Social media posts. Once you search for social media posts, you're going to select this particular one, this square shape. That's 1080 by 1080. This one. You're going to select 1080 by 1080. 1080 by 1080 is perfect square. You understand? This particular so you're going to select by 1080. Once you're done with that, once you're done with selecting 80 by 1080, you can go to give me a thumbs up so that we can continue.
Hello, Hillary, Mr. Hillary, can they just comment their names, please?
If you're done with that. Okay, you guys should go ahead to comment your name for attendance, please. You guys should go ahead to comment your names for attendance. You guys should go ahead to comment your names for attendance. So as you guys are doing that, let's continue. So for this design, what we're going to do is, since you downloaded a particular sofa, the particular color of the sofa, so anything you're going to be designing, you're going to make sure your colors match based on the color of the sofa you are using. Chidera, search for social media posts. Search for social media posts, then select that one that has 1080 by 1080. That's this size, 1080 by 1080. You see social media. Once you type social media post, you're going to see the one with 1080 by 1080. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a simple design for social media posts. We're going to maintain the colors of our sofa. That means if you have an orange sofa, all the elements I'm going to be adding colors to, you're going to maintain the color of your own sofa. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to add a company logo. Let's say sofa logo. You can go ahead to add any logo just for the practical, since you don't have a working logo. So you go ahead to add a company logo to this left-hand side. You go ahead to add a company logo to the left-hand side, the top left-hand side. So let me go ahead to add my own logo. Let me just use this one. Now, you guys should be paying attention to the colors. So if you have an orange logo, you're going to make sure to pay attention to the colors you're going to be using. So after that, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to add the basic write-ups and the basic shapes. The people that are raising their hands, do you have questions or what? You guys have questions?
Yes, I have a question, please. Sorry.
What's the problem?
Okay, I click on this thing on creative design and search for social media post. So the only thing I can find is photo college for social media. So that is it. I can't find it 20 something that you mentioned, that link. And so
If you click create design, if you click create and you search for social media posts,
yes.
you search for social media. Once you search for social media, you're going to see this particular one over here. If you don't see
Which
this particular
particular?
one, I should use this one. This first. You know, the first one is social media story. Second one is social media. That one that they wrote social media. That's what you're going to select. But if you
Okay,
are finding
okay,
it
okay.
difficult to, yeah,
Okay,
it's as
sorry, I've
simple as
seen
that.
it. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay. So back to what we are saying. Okay, someone said, is it compulsory to add the logo by this side? It's not compulsory. So that's why I said the choices for this design, for this class is up to you. But just make sure you're following what we're doing. So you can decide to push it over to this right-hand side, depending on the pattern of the design you're making. So let me just leave it this side. Now, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add a rectangle, just a basic shape. I'm going to explain what to do with the shape. So let's say I type shape. Let me just type shape. Then once I search for shape, I'm going to look for it's either I use a rectangle or I use another shape. So let me just wait for this thing to load. My network is kind of off. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Hillary, the thing is cracking. Like it comes and it goes. It's cracking. Your audio is cracking. Your audio is cracking seriously. Yeah, you're breaking seriously. You might need to log out and log in again.
Can you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, it's okay now. It's better now.
Hey,
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay, let's continue. So the first thing I'm going to add a shape. Let me just go ahead to browse through the shapes. So I will show you different options to use. You can use a rectangle, you can use a square, but I'm going to use this one for this particular design. So let me go ahead to add this one. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to this left hand side. Then from this top, I'm going to drag it all the way down, just like this. So why I added this thing, I'm going to be adding write-ups to this this place. I'm going to be adding write-up to this place. The basic write-ups, let's say the name of the company, slogan, some stuff like that. Then after that, I'm going to add the picture of the sofa over here. I'm going to add the picture of the sofa here, and then I'll add the footer section. So the design is going to be simple and straightforward. Then after that, maybe we'll do another design before we review the assignment. So first of all, I'm going to decide on the color I want to choose. So I will leave it. I will leave the color to be black for now. Then after I add the sofa, then I can decide the color I want to use. You guys already have your sofa, so you guys can go ahead to color to add the color of the sofa, the same color of the sofa. So now let me add my sofa so that you guys can understand what I'm saying. I'm going to go ahead to search for sofa. Now, for me, I think I'm going to use, let me look for something. Okay, let me use this one. I think I'm going to use this one. And then I'm going to go ahead to remove the background because I'm using the Pro version. But for you guys can go ahead to, I already told you guys to remove the background from Google. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this sofa here, and then I will zoom it out. Now zooming it out, remember I'm watching the alignment. That I have to place it at the center of the page, just like this. So I have to see this straight line, that line, so that I can confirm that the sofa is placed at the center of the page. Now, this color, this blue color, for me, I'm going to now pick this color for this place, also pick the color for this logo. So I'll go ahead to select color. Now I'll click on plus sign. Okay, let me just show you first. Under this place, under this first row, this second row, as you can see, they said photo colors, and they are suggesting colors from the images. They're suggesting this color from this scarf, suggesting also the blue color from the sofa, and also the light blue from the sofa also. You understand? But let's assume you want to be sure of the color you're picking. You just click on this plus sign. You click on this pick a color, this place, and then you head. Once you click on it, you are going to drag the circle. They are going to show you the pick tool. Then you select the color you want from the design particular. So that's how to use the pick tool. Now after that, I'm going to go ahead to color the logo also. Let's assume this is the logo. I'm going to go ahead to color it. And then let me just add, I don't think I like this logo though, because it doesn't have a text. So I'll go ahead to add a company name under it. Let me just add a company name. Let me just add Well Sofas as company name. Now you have to pay attention to the sizes of the text so that it's not going to spoil the logo. No, if you don't match the sizes of the text, if it's too big or too small, it's going to spoil the design. So you have to mind the sizes of the text. Now I will go ahead to group this logo with this one so that I can move the two around just like this. So after that, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add write-ups to this shape. I told you guys to use this shape, or you can use a rectangle, that's normal rectangle, for this place, this session. So any of the shapes you decide to use, you can use them. Now, if you decide to use this shape, look at what you're going to do. You can decide to form another shape instead of using this shape like straight like this. You can decide to duplicate it, rotate this one upside down like this, angle 180, that's upside down, and then you place it like this also. Now look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to move it to the back. I'm going to move it to the back. Hope you guys understood what I just did now. So instead of having this plain boring shape like this, I can decide to flip, to duplicate it, then I'll flip it, and then I will form this effect, this particular effect I just did now. So I think I'm going to go with that. Hope you guys understood what I just did now.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's continue. What we're going to do next, like I said, we're going to add write-ups to this space. Now you go ahead to remember you're using the colors of your own sofa, so you don't have to copy me. So if you're using orange sofa, you have to maintain the orange color. Let me go ahead to group this shape first, so that's okay. Now maintain the colors you are using. Now I'm going to add text to this design. Let me say style let's say meets comfort, style meets comfort, and then okay. Now let me ask you guys a question. Which color am I going to color the test? This particular test. Which color? If you know the answer, just comment on the box. Which color am I going to use for this write-up? Mesoma, you said you are seeing premium version of Sofa. I told you guys to go to Google, download your own Sofa, remove the background, then you can start your design. Lesson said milk or white.
I
Dominion
mean
said
the
white.
logo. It's the logo that I mean. I don't mean this thing. I mean logo.
You can just add any logo, it's not a problem. If it's a real company, then you can just use their logo, so it's not a big deal. White. Okay, so the answer to this question is white. But if this sofa is like, let's say, you can actually use make color because of the scarf. That's the color of this scarf. It's possible to use the color of this scarf, but I'll just stick with white so that let me show you the difference between white and this color. So if I use the color of the scarf, let me show you what will happen. So as you can see, the color of the scarf is not going to work because it's going to be but if you pick it directly from here and make it a little bit whitish, it could work actually. That's if you don't want to use. Someone is saying purple. Purple is not going to work with this design because it's going to. Let me just show you what I mean. If I use purple, I don't know. I think this is purple. It's not going to. I don't think it's going to. Let me just stick with white. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to align this test. I'm going to align it. I want it to start. Yes, I want it to start from the edges like this. I don't want it to be in the center. Let me show you. I don't want it to be at the center like this. I want it to start from the left-hand side. Now, all the write-ups are bold. Everything is bold. I don't want all of them to be bold. Now, look at the trick for designing. Being bold like this is okay, but it's off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the bold, and style meets comfort. Now the comfort is the key word for this design. Comfort is the key word. So if you are making a design, you have to put emotions to the design. Comfort is the key word. Comfort is the most important the most important word is comfort, because that's what the customer is looking for. So what I'm going to do is the other write-ups are going to be normal. Then I will just select only the comfort and I will make it bold. Hope you guys understand what I just did. So you have style meets comfort. The comfort is going to be bold, while other letters, other words are going to be normal. Now, after that, I will now add a subheading. I'll add a subheading because I want to add extra write-ups. Then I'll write, let's just say discover, let's say discover your perfect sofa today. And then I put maybe exclamation mark or something. Discover your perfect sofa today. Then I will reduce the size very, very well. Just not to, I don't want it to complicate the other write-up. I'll just reduce it. And then, like I said earlier, I want it to start from the side. So I will align it to start from the side. Now, I don't want it to be in the same line like this. I want to break it out. So I will break, let me just break from perfect. Then I will expand this. Let me just increase the size a little bit. After that, I will go ahead to remove the bold. I don't want it to be bold. If you feel like the letters are not, if you feel like the letters are together, you can use line spacing. That's advanced settings over here. and then you space it out a little bit. You can space it out a little bit just to depending on what you want. Like I said earlier, this design, everything is up to you. Hope you understand. Everything is up to you. So now I have style meets comfort. Discover your perfect sofa today. So I'm done with the write-up for this place. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add, let me just bring it down a little bit. I'm going to add watermark. Like the white background is boring. On a normal scale, I'm going to I should have used white abstract background. Let me just show you. White background. Instead of using plain white, this plain white, I can just decide to use white background. Then I will select a background that has this silky look. Let me just show you this, something like this. Can you guys see this? Hope you guys can see this thing. Are you guys seeing
Yes,
this?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can decide to use this for the background just to make it has texture. I want it to have texture. I can decide to use this background. I can decide to move it to the back. Hope you understand. So just not to make it boring, I can decide to do this. So I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to use this. So we have white textured background. We have the sofa. We have style meets comfort. The comfort is bold. Then this one is not bold. Discover your perfect sofa today. Also, we have the logo. Now, the next thing we are going to do in this design, we are going to add watermark. We're going to add watermark, but we are not going to add watermark just like the other restaurant design. We just need one design, one watermark, just to explain what this type of chair is. No, if someone sees the poster, maybe the person is not going to know the name of the sofa. So we are going to add sofa watermark. So we'll go ahead to add a heading. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write sofa, just like this. Once I place this sofa here, I will then expand it, expand the letters just to space it out. Then, as you can see, the write-up is on top of the sofa. So I don't want it to be on top of the sofa. I want it to be behind the sofa. So I'm going to position it to the back. Not like to the back, not like behind this. I don't want it to be behind this thing. So I'm going to bring it forward once. I'm going to bring the sofa, instead of sending the sofa to the back, that's the end of that's behind this background, I'm going to send it backward. Sending it backward, look at what it's going to do. Now, if I send it backward, it will move it to the back of the sofa only. I'll just move it to the back of the sofa. That's sending it backward. But if I send it to the back, it's going to go to the back of this white background. Hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So that's the difference between sending to the back and sending backwards. So sending backwards is going to move it one layer behind. Sending to the back is going to move it behind everything. So this sofa now is only behind this seat. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. It's not going to hide behind the seat, but it's going to go down a little bit, just like this. Then I'll change the color just to maintain the color. I'm going to change the color to the color of the sofa. Now, after that, let me just adjust it to the edge of the seat like this. And then, since it's a watermark, I cannot just leave it like this. It's too bold. I have to reduce the transparency. I'm going to reduce transparency to like about 30. 30 or 40 is okay. Let me see that. Let me see 40. So I'm going to use, okay, let me just use 40. Now we have sofa. but the sofa is behind the sofa. So someone can have an idea of the type of seat, the type of products this is. Remember, it's a social media post for a sofa company. So you write sofa, that's Where Sofas is the name of the company. So the type of seat is sofa. So if the type of seat is different from sofa, you just add another name depending on the seat you downloaded. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a footer. Just for adding sake, we're going to the phone number or the address of the company. That's what we're going to do. But on a normal scale, this design is complete, because if they are posting it on their social media page, already you can see their contacts from their bio. You understand? So there's no need of adding the number. But let's just add the number so you guys can understand how to place it. But since it's a social media post, I think this design is complete like this. But let me just go ahead to add a shape. And then, social media posts are not complicated. They don't need to complicate the design. They just go straight forward to the products. Now, I'll go ahead to add the footer. Just like this, I'll add the footer. Let me just remove I don't want it to be corner rounded. So I'll remove the corner rounding. And then I drag this to the end like this. Now we can decide to merge. Let's say you can decide to merge these two shapes. That's this you can decide to make it to touch this one, but for me, I think it's better to stay on its own like this. Like I said before, the designs are up to you. The patterns you are going to use are up to you. You can also design to do this part. Let me just show you this one. Instead of making it to reach the extreme, you can decide to place it at the center of the page like this, without it touching this extreme. So you can decide to leave it like this. Let me just leave it like this, since I'm adding only the phone number. Now what I'm going to do is, since I'm using a rounded shape here, I'm using a rounded shape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to round this one also, so that it's going to match the aesthetics. This one is rounded. The shape I'm using is rounded. So I'll just round this one also. Like I said before, depends on what you are working on. That depends on what you want to decide on doing. The both can work perfectly. So you can decide to run this. So I'll just place it at the end of the page, just like this. And then I'll just go ahead to add the phone numbers at the top. So like I said, you can decide to run it or decide not to run it, depending on what you decide on. Now let me just add a text. Let me just add a subheader. And then I'll just write contact us. And then I'll add, let's say, the phone number. Now I'm going to reduce the size of this text, obviously, to, let's say, 25 or 20. Please go ahead to mute your mic, please. So we have please go ahead to mute your mic. I'm hearing someone laughing.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so I have this shape. I added this shape. I mixed up this shape. I formed this shape myself. We have the shape, we have the logo, we have the watermark, that's the sofa watermark. We have the sofa itself, and we have the footer. I rounded the footer and I added the phone number. Now, if you decide not to round the footer, still up to you. It's still very, very okay. If you decide also to move the footer to the edge of the page, once more, it's still okay. Depends on what you are doing. Now, if you decide to add another information, you can just duplicate the contact us, then you push it to the edge of the page, then you write maybe websites. You don't need to write website, just write wellsofas.com, just like this. Now in the other design, we used what's it called? We use icons just to show we use icons here on the last design. But for this design, we're not going to use icons. You can just leave it plain like this. That works also. Now watch, if I'm placing the contactors, you see this line at the edge, the line at the edge, this line you are seeing at the left hand side. Now I want it to align, I want it to give like a particular border, that's this particular line. Then also if I'm moving this one, I will see this line also. Just to make you understand that the two write-ups are like at the edge of the page, but it has a little bit it has some sort of border to it. You understand? So you have to put it at the edge of the box, and also move this one at the edge of the box, so that it's going to be like centered. Or else, or if you decide to move it to the extreme, which I don't recommend you moving it to the extreme, but this is okay for this design. So you can decide to use this contact us with phone number, or you use you write the website, you add the website also. Now someone said, what if you add something like shadow under the sofa? Let me show you how to do that. I don't think you're not going to add shadow under the sofa. It's going to spoil the design, but you're going to add shadow at the foot, that's the leg parts. Let me just show you. What I'm going to do is you search for shadow. Now, if you search for shadow, you go ahead to click see all. What you're going to do is you're going to look for shadow that is free. That's, we have shadows that are free. Now look at what will happen if you add shadow like this. That works perfectly. If you add shadow like this, it works very, very well. If you decide to reduce the shadow and place it only at the leg parts like this, that also works perfectly. So you can decide to add the shadow under the seat, but I don't think someone is going to notice it under the seat because it's going to cover this full cushion. But if you decide to do that, you can do it depending on the background you're using. But if you decide also to just reduce it and place it at the leg, that's the leg of the sofa, that also works perfectly. So it depends on what you want. So I think for me, I'm going to leave it. Can you guys see my screen? Someone said she can't see my screen, so I don't know. Pressure, I think, is from your device. So like I said, you can decide to place it here. Remember, if you place the shadow here, make sure to position it backwards so that the first leg, that's the leg of the cushion, can be on top of it instead of the cushion, the shadow being on top of the. So if you're placing the shadow, make sure the shadow, you position it, the shadow be backward so that it will be under the sofa also. So we have, let me explain the design again. We have white background. Look at the background before. So if you remove this this abstract, look at it, it's going to be plain white. So it's not proper. So that's why I added this just to give it flavor. Then I positioned it to the back. That's the back of the design. Then I added this, added the write-up, and then I formed this shape. Let me ungroup it and then remove the down parts. Now, if I remove the down parts and I stretch this like this, this can also work perfectly. Hope you guys understand. This works perfectly. So it depends on what you want to do. If you decide to leave it like this, it's very, very okay. If you decide to form that shape, it's very, very okay. For those of you that don't know how I form that shape, let me just explain it again. To form that shape, I would move this thing up a little bit. I'll duplicate the shape into 2, like this, and then I rotate this one to 180. That's upside down is 180. After that, I now conjoin it with this one. Then I move it to the back also. That's to the back like this. That's how I made that shape. So if you don't understand how I made that shape, that's how I did it. After making the shape, you just go ahead to group the 2 shapes so that it becomes one. So it's not going to disturb you. So if you want to move it around, you can move the 2 around together. Like I said before, if you are designing, make sure to be grouping your elements. Like the logo, I added where so far to this logo, so I grouped the 2. Now in this footer, I can group the 2 write-ups. So if I want to move it to the center of the page, I can do that easily. Also, you have to group this one and this one like this. So I can move this right up together. Now, after that, if you are done with the design, you can go ahead to Control A everything, maybe group everything together before exporting, depending on what you want. That's if you are sending it to someone, but you don't want maybe your colleague to touch anything or to move anything around, you can just group everything together. So if you have questions about this design, or if you have suggestions that we can add to this design, just go ahead to comment on the chat box so I can show you how to. So if you have any idea of what else to add to this design, just comment on the chat box. Then I will see if I can incorporate it into the design. But if this design is perfect for you, just like this, go ahead to comment perfect. So if it's perfect for you, comment perfect so that we can continue with other stuffs. I'm waiting for you guys. So if the design is okay for you, you comment perfect. If you have anything to add to the design, you now comment the idea you have. Okay, Amarachi said perfect. Chidara said perfect. We have how many people in this class? We have about I think we have about 17 people in this class. Or 14. We have about 17 people in this class. Okay. Everybody is saying perfect. Now it's not about saying perfect. I hope you guys did your own, because I told you guys to download your own pictures and do your own. So hope you guys did your own according to your own color. Hope you guys did your own according to your own color, because after this class, what you guys are going to do for me is on the WhatsApp group, you guys should go ahead to paste. After this class, you go ahead to paste your own designs on the WhatsApp group so that I can see what you guys did. So if you paste the design, you write like if you attach the picture, you write your full name on the design. So that's what you're going to do after this class. You paste the design, you write your full name under you attach your name to the picture. So let me just remove this background. Let me see what will happen. So we have white background, plain white background. Let me go ahead to look for another abstract, white abstract or white background. Let me see if I can get something else. Remember, the background I used is not under graphics. It's not like under graphics. You can still use under graphics. I used photos under photos because photo is going to give you more texture, have more textures. Now look at this particular one. Can you guys see this one? Now let me just try and see if I can incorporate this one to this design. And then after this, okay, I extend this to then I move it to the back of the. Now see what happens. The design, it has this bluish part. This place is like bluish, and it has 2 colors here. So let me go ahead to blend. Let me try and blend this the color to what we worked on. Now, since I used this particular background just to beautify that if I wanted to use this particular background, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of this logo to white. If you change it to white, there's a possibility that it's not going to pop out over here. It's not going to pop out pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I can push this down a little bit. Instead of me to sacrifice and wasting the background, I can just decide to place the logo to this side of the page, like I suggested earlier. I can decide to let me just now if I decide to use this background, I will just place this logo at this side so that I'm not going to disturb this place. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, after grouping this logo, I will just sacrifice moving this thing. Now I have to group these two together. I will now sacrifice this part. I will now shift it a little bit just to accommodate the logo. Just like this. And then this sofa, this watermark, I can decide to push it further like this. Then I'll change the color to white just to make it, let me say something darker. Let me say black. Okay, black works perfectly. So I can decide to do it like this. So I added the logo to this left-hand side because I'm using this background that has this splash of paint at this side. So that's how to use background. So if any background you are using, you can incorporate it into your whatever you're working on. If, for example, you are using, let's say, red sofa, you can change the color of this particular one to that red. So let's say you're using a red sofa, you can decide to do it like this. So it depends on what you're working on. But I think it works like this also. So we are going to use it like this. So we have this background, we have the blue sofa. Now I move the logo from this side to this side. I sacrificed this and I shifted it a little bit because of this logo. I wanted to accommodate the logo. And then I changed the color of this watermark to black so that it's going to pop out. If I left it at that blue, it's going to show, but it's not going to show very well. So I can decide to change the color. So depending on the background you're using, instead of using the plain white background, which is boring, you can decide to add your own background. Look at the difference. The plain white background doesn't make the design nice, it makes it basic. But once you add this background, if someone sees, the person will be like, how did this person make this effect, this splash effect, without knowing that you're using background? Now, if you don't see any background you like on Canva, you can go to Google and download a background also and use it for your design. So you can use any background you want for this design. Let me move it back to the former one. I think I prefer the former one. This one looks a little bit colorful. I don't like complicated designs. So it depends on the kind of designs you want. Some people prefer this one. Some people prefer this other one I just did now. So depending on what you like, or what you prefer, this works perfectly. So if you have questions pertaining to this design, you can go ahead to comment on the box. If you don't have questions, let me just go ahead to add another element. Since we have sofa and we have scarf, let me see if I can add a lamp. Let me see if I can add a lamp to this place. Let me search for lamp. Please, how did you put the shadow? Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to search for shadow. And then once you search for shadow, you're going to search for shadow under graphics, not photos. Now you view all the shadows. You select the shadow you want to use. Now look at how the shadow looks. The shadow looks like this. So you can decide to place the shadow fully under the seat like this, or you can decide to reduce the shadow and then place it at the leg of the seat. But if you are placing it at the leg of the seat, make sure to position it to the back of the seat so that it's going to have that effect. You understand? Make sure to position it backwards so that the seat is going to be on top of the shadow, not the other way around. So that's how you add the shadow. Now, let me see if I can add something else to the design. Let me search for lamp. I can decide to add. Let me know if I will see a proper. What's that lamp called? So that lamp, this type of lamp, this particular lamp, what is it called? Is it standing lamp or what? Mama, if you want to upload the picture to my workspace, to your workspace, this menu, there's upload. There's somewhere written upload on that menu. You click on upload, then you click on upload file. You understand? There's upload on the menu. Okay, lamp stand. Let me search for lamp stand. I hope that's the. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Can you
yes.
guys hear me? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you can decide to add a lamp. I don't know the name of the lamp though, but I've seen some design that has this type of, or you can decide to add that lamp stand. I don't think it's lamp stand. I think it's standing lamp or something. Lamp stand is the stand itself now. Is the stand itself. So I think is. So you can decide to add add lamp to this side, or you can decide to add, let's say, lighting. Let me just show you how lighting works. Lighting, this is lighting. This is like lighting. Lighting means that you can add the lighting to your design, like depending on what you're working on. You can just decide to add lighting from one angle or the other. Let me just add this one. Now, look at what lighting is going to do for you. It's going to be as if lighting is used for darker designs. So the lighting is going to make it be as if bulb is shining at that product. You understand? You can decide to add lighting to the design depending on the type of design, but it works perfectly for darker designs. So if I don't have these write-ups, here, let me just shift it a little bit and I'll show you. If I don't have these write-ups here, I can decide to add lighting like that's if I don't have this white write-up. But if I have this white write-up, it's not going to work out. So I'm just showing you how lighting works. So any idea you have, you can bring it to life on Canva. You can just search for it, then you add it. So this is how to add lighting to designs. That's, like I said earlier before this class started, the design you are doing for this particular sofa design is up to you. So once you are done with this class, you go to the WhatsApp group, you paste the design, you put your own design, then you attach your name. You attach your name to the picture so that I can now see what you guys did. But I'm not seeing anybody's screen. So that's how you add lighting to the. So you can add lighting, you can add lamp, you can add all those home appliances. You can even decide to add a window over here, like your house window over here. It's possible, you can do that. So far, it's not disturbing this logo. Or if it's disturbing the logo, you can move the logo to the other side, then you can still add it. You can also move the logo to this downside, this place. Let me show you. So you can decide to move this logo to this down section, and then you can do anything you want at this particular section. So that's it for this particular design. You can go ahead to export your own design if you are done with it. And then I think you guys want us to do another design before when we review the assignments. If you want us to do another design, comment yes, so that I will know if we can do another design. If you want us to do another design, comment yes. I'm waiting for you guys. So comment yes if you want another design. Or if you guys are tired of design, okay. Obinna said yes. Who else? Nelson said yes. If you want another design, comment yes. That's okay. Okay, I think we're going to do another design. So what we're going to do, let me just check for. Okay, do you guys have any type of design in mind? Meso said no. Okay. Okay, that means some people are not done with the design, so they don't want us to do another one. Nelson said real estate. Okay, the thing is that if you are not done with this particular one, if you're not done with this particular one, is okay. You understand? So you can participate in this one also. I'm going to make another design for people that joined late. Although I told you guys that joining late, I'm not meant to carry you guys along, because I don't know why you guys, we waited for extra 10 minutes before you guys now join. Okay, so for real estate design, let me just add another page. So for example, if you are done with your design, I don't want to open a new menu, just click on add page here. So I'll click on add page. It's going to add another page. So I'll have that particular design at the top, and I will have the new page at the downside. Now, if you want to name the page at the top of this place, they wrote page 1. You can write the name of the design at the top. So far design, just like that. Then the second one, I'll click on this place also, and I'll add real estate. So now for the real estate designs normally involves using pictures of the house. So what I'm going to do is you add picture of the house, then you add shadows, you add colors, that's overlay. You do overlay, then you add write-ups. That's how you do real estate designs. So let me go ahead to add a picture of a building. Let me say building. Okay, let me just say build. I don't know if building is going to. Okay, let me just say duplex. Is duplex, Abi? Duplex. So that they are going to show me the particular building itself. Now I'm going to search for duplex, not under graphics, but under photo, because if you're designing for a company, they're going to send you the picture of the house you're going to design with. So duplex, let's just say, let me just use this one. Now, since you are designing with picture of this house, you want to capture the sky and everything. So you're not going to remove the background of the picture, so that you capture the environment, because it's a real estate design. Let me just refresh my page. Since it's a real estate design, you're not going to be touching the background of the house. What you're going to be touching, you're not going to be even touching the house at all. You're going to just add your own effect and stuff. Now, for this you are just going to zoom out the image. Let's say you zoom out the image like this. You place it at the center of the page, just like this. Maybe you do it halfway. You do it halfway like this. So now, once you're done with the zooming it like this, the next thing you're going to do for this design, as you can see, you have sky. You see this sky? This sky is perfect because anything, you can add the logo here, it's not going to affect it. So once you're done with adding the picture of the house they sent to you, the next thing you're going to do is add abstract shape here. Let me just show you how to do it. You're going to add abstract shape. Then you search for abstract shapes under graphics. Now this is going to be difficult to find the particular shape you want. But the idea of it all is just to give it shadow effects. The shadow effects, overlay effects. It's going to be difficult to select a particular abstract shape for this thing. So I'm going to use, let me just use normal shape. So I can explain better. So normal shape, I'm going to use, let me click C all, and then I'm going to find, let me look for something that is, okay, let me just add this rectangle. So I can explain with the rectangle so that it's going to be easy for you. So if you are designing your own, you can decide on what you want to use. Now, you place the rectangle here and then you just zoom it out like this. What you're going to do is, since you have placed the rectangle, just make sure to remove the rounded corners so it's not going to disturb you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to reduce the transparency. If you reduce the transparency to, let's say, this is 92. Now, the first transparency is 92. I will reduce this rectangle like this. 92. Then once I duplicate it, I place it again. Just look at what I'm doing. Once I duplicate, I place it again on top of this one. Now, the second one is going to be more darker. So let's say the first one is, let's bring down a little bit. Let's say 75. The second one, let's say 90 something. Third one, this one is going to be 100. So you kind of break down the what's it called, transparency. So you blend the transparency so that it will look as if you are merging the shapes. That's how to do it. Like look at as if you are merging the shapes. Another method of doing this thing is, let me just remove this. So you can decide to blend the shape, or you can still use shadow. If you search for shadow, now instead of using, like, the previous design we just did now, that's so far we use this shadow, this particular one. But for this one, you're not going to use this one. You're going to scroll down a little bit and you look for shadow that is full, something like this. Hope you guys can see it. Now you look for something like this. That's what you're going to use. You search for the darker one. I know they have darker ones. If you scroll down a little bit, you see darker ones like this. This particular one, this dark one, are the ones companies use. So once you add it, you rotate it and go 90. Then you place it like this. Then once you place it, you can just decide to reduce. So it will look as if it's kind of blended. You understand? You blend the shadows. Now the real estate designs are not complicated, because once you add the shadows to the house, you add the company logo to the left hand side like this. Then the next thing you're going to be doing is just adding write-ups to these shadowed parts. You understand? You can just decide to once you just blend it, you just start adding write-ups. But if I'm using this shadow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this house full like this. I'm going to expand it fully, so that if I blend it, the most important part of if I cut it like this, look at what's going to happen. It's going to have this straight line, which I don't want. So if you want to reduce it, make sure to expand it to the fullest, because the top side is the most important. Now, if you are reducing it, reduce it from the down parts. Hope you guys understand. You are meant to reduce it from the down parts, not the upside. But if you reduce it from the upside, it's going to give a line. So if you want to reduce the shadow, you reduce from the down parts. So now once you blend this particular place, if the shadow you use, you see this one doesn't have color. This particular one is just black. You cannot change the color, but you can still go ahead to look for the one that you can change the color. There are some shadows that you can change the color, and those ones, once you select those ones, you can decide to change the color to match the particular house you are working with or the company you are working with. But this particular one doesn't. The one that you can change the color, you will see color here. You see color on the menu. You understand? But this particular one, you cannot see color. Then once you add it, once you blend it, and you have that effect, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start adding write-ups to this place. Now, real estate companies, what they do is they add write-up. If they add write-up here, they add write-up here. Let's say the house. Okay, let me just do it. Let's say modern home for sale. Again, I align to the left hand side, but I don't want it to be at the center. I align to the left hand side like this. Now, for the tricky parts, look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure everything is. I'm not going to make everything bold like the other one. Now, I'm going to make home, modern home, because the home is important, very, very important. I'll make home, and I'll change the color. I'll make home bold. I'll also change the color of home. Now, I'm going to pick a color from this house. I'll pick a color from the house. Let's say I pick okay, let me just pick color from the. Now, once I pick a color from the house or from the sky or anything, I can decide to pick the blue. Now, this for sale, modern is not a problem. Home, that's the product, is important. So you have to make it bold. Then after that, for sale is also important. Now you make for sale bold also. For sale is going to be bold also. Modern is not a problem. Home is important. For sale is also a keyword, so you make it bold. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add a subheading. Like I said earlier, real estate adverts is not complicated. It's just the house, and then let's say you write just a sentence. What's a modern? Okay, let's say wants a modern home in Abuja. I align it also. Now I'm going to make it to enter 2 lines. Now remember, this is a question like, do you want a modern home in Abuja? So that's how I wrote it. Want a modern home in Abuja. You understand? Now I'm going to reduce the fonts. I'm going to make this font very, very small like this. And then I'm going to break it. just to make sure it enters 2 lines. Then I'm going to space out the letters a little bit. I'm going to space out the letters a little bit. Remember, since we have been designing, I'm not changing the font. I'm using the default font. Since we have been designing, I'm not changing the font type. But remember, you can also change the font type. We have been using Canvas Sans since we started this class. So you can decide to check for fonts that you like. There are thousands of fonts you can use. Hope you guys understand. So I'm not changing it because we are just practicing. But you can just check for font that you want. Let me just show you. I can decide to use there are nice fonts over here, thousands of fonts. So you don't need to be scared to explore. You understand? So you can just decide to use any font you want. Now, want a modern home in Abuja? That's the question. Now, this question is important. So you go ahead to color the question also, just to make it to match that color of that home. Now you have to maintain the color, maintain the colors you're using. So the color of the home and the color of this question is the same thing. Now to this side, let me just duplicate this right up. Then I push it to this side. Now what I'm going to write this side, everything I'm going to write this side is going to be white color. Because I've already exhausted this. I don't want to use this blue too much. So now this particular side, you have the features of the house. That's how many bathroom, all those kind of stuff. Now what I do is I add the feature to this side. Once I'm done with writing feature, let me just duplicate this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 3 bedrooms, then enter, say 2 kitchens. I don't know if any houses have 2 kitchens, but I don't know. Let me say top security. Let me say easy maintenance. Swimming pool. Okay, let's just keep it simple like this. Now we have 3 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, top security, easy maintenance, and then we have swimming pool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add, since these features are important, we're going to space it out. Now we're not going to use letter spacing, we're going to use line spacing. Line spacing is going to make it to expand, just to make it cover the page. Now once we're done with this, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add key points. Now I can decide to use this bullet, this list. That's like this. I can decide to use like this, but it's not going to be nice to use like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add customize key points. That's I'll go to elements and I'll search for check. It's called check. Hope you guys know what check is. Now I will search for check. Now this is check. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for a check. This particular one, okay, this particular one I can change the color. So I'm seeing blue color here. So I'm going to change it to white. Now once I change it to white, look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure I zoom it down to the size of these write-ups. Once I get the particular size of the write-up, then I'm going to duplicate it one after the other. Then once I start clicking duplicates, Canva is going to help me to arrange it like this. Now I'll go ahead to group all of them. Then once I group all of them, I'll place it side by side to the points. We have how many key points? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then have how many checkers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I will now align the checkers to the write-ups, just like this. Then after that, if the checkers are not aligning very well, I can decide to adjust this line spacing I did earlier. I can still adjust the line spacing just to match the checkers I just did right now. So just like that, we have a full real estate flyer. Now, what's missing in this flyer right now is the price of the house. Now we go ahead to elements and we search for price tag. We search for price tag. We're going to use this particular one. This one is okay for me. If you're using a free version, you can find some a particular price tag that is free. We have free ones, so it's not a problem. So now, once I search for price tag, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to zoom the price tag. Now, the price is important, so you have to make sure the price is visible enough. Now, the price tag is going to match this color, this blue I'm using here. I'll change it to that particular blue. This blue is not giving me joy because it's too light. The blue is not giving me joy. So let's just continue. The blue, this particular blue, I will just, let me know if I can add border to this. No, it's not going to work. So I'll just stick with the price tag like this. Then I'll write the price on the body of the price tag. Let's say 35. Let's say 35. I know they do business for Naira, so let me just do let me just do dollar. Let me just say 35. Let me just say $350,000. That's for the house. I just zoom it out. Then I place it at the center of the price tag. Now, if I decide to add extra write-up to the price tag, I can just do, let me just copy this one, this write-up. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to limited. Let me just write limited offer. Limited offer. Just to make the customer to rush the property. Then I'll write limited offer and I'll place it under the price, limited offer. I'll duplicate it again and place it at the top of the price. And then now I'll write this one. What I'm going to write is starting. Let me just say start price. Start price. Remember to make sure everything is centered to each element you are using. So center the prices, center the write-offs over there. Let me try and change this color because I'm done with. Let me just find a color that looks. If I was using like, I don't even know the color to use for this particular design because, okay, let me just use this one. So we have the price over here. We have the details of the house. We have the features of the house. Let me just place this at the key points. So that's how to run a real estate flyer. The only thing that is missing in this flyer now is the logo of the company. Let me just search for real estate logo just to make it complete. Obviously, we have multitude of logos, real estate logos. Let me just look for a nice one to use. Let me use this one. I don't know. This one has the color of the sky blue. So we have the logo of the company, we have the house, we have the price tag, we have the features of the house, and we have small write-ups. That's how we do real estate flyers. Now, the only problem we have with this design is the shadow I'm using, this particular shadow I'm using, is not a shadow that is color, is not you cannot customize the color of this particular one because this is just plain black. But if I select another shadow that is customizable, I can decide to color it green. Once I color it green, everything is set. Then I'll use white text throughout. It's going to make a lot of sense. Let me know if I will see a shadow that is colorful so that you guys can understand what I'm saying. Let me say shadow. And then let me go ahead and look for I don't know if I can be able to, if I can see, let me say green shadow. Green shadow. This is not what I'm asking for. So green shadow. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. If it's not black shadow, I can use like green shadow, another color. Then I'm not getting what I'm looking for. Green shadow overlay. Okay, exactly what I'm saying. So you can use shadows that like colorful, just like this one. Let me just change this black so I'll explain what I'm saying. Now, if I use this particular one, for example, let me move it to the back. Once I use this particular shadow now, for example, let me make it a little bit darker so that I'll make it. Once I use this particular shadow, it's going to be easier for me to customize because the price tag now, I can decide to use the price tag, use green for the price tag, and then I'll use for the home, I can use black or maybe dark green, just to make it to pop out. Then also for this write-off, I can also use black. So if I use a colorful shadow, it's going to be easier for me to customize than using a black shadow. Hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So real estate designs, you have to make sure to, now this shadow is not enough. It's not enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate it. If the shadow is not enough, you can duplicate it and place it on top of each other. The more you place on top of each other, the more the write-offs are visible. Hope you guys understand what I just did now. It's not the first one I did is not displaying very well. So I can just duplicate it and place it on top of each other. Then I can get a more darker shadow. Do you understand what I just did? If you understood what I just did now, just comment on the chat. So you can duplicate the shadow, place it on top of each other, and then you get a more darker shadow. Hope you understand. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Nobody is reacting again.
I can hear you.
Okay, so if your shadow is not dark enough, duplicate the shadow, place it on top of each other. The more you place the shadow on top of each other, the more it has a darker effect. So let me say if I remove this first shadow and remove the second one, the more I remove the shadows, the more the house is visible. So the more shadows I add, the more the effect is increasing. So you need to, if you are designing and you feel like the shadow is not visible enough, you duplicate the shadow, place it on top of each other, then it gets darker. So that's how you do you make this design. So let me just go ahead to group this price tag so that I can move it around. Then let me just try and place it over here. Let me just place it over here. So I think it works better if the price tag is not touching the shadow. So we have this is like a full functional real estate design. But remember what I said earlier, if you are designing for a company, you should always consider the logo, the color of the logo. So if the color of the company logo is yellow, for example, everything you are going to be doing here is, let me show you an instance. Let me remove this logo. Let me search for real estate logo. Real estate logo. So you have to respect the brand color of the company. So if you are designing for someone and their logo is, let's say, gold, everything you're going to be doing in that design, you have to respect the gold color. It's not, you don't need to overdo it though, but you have to respect the gold color. So let's say I pick the gold color, and then the shadows, I'm going to do gold shadows, and just like that, you're going to have a perfect design for the brand. Let me just remove this one. I think this is okay. We have two. Okay, we have one shadow. So you have to respect the brand color, the brand colors. Make sure to respect the brand colors. If the logo is gold, you use gold for design. Then you mix it up with white and other colors. But make sure to respect that particular brand color. So that's how to run a real estate flyer. It's not that complex for social media posts though. It's not that complicated. Now for Obin, I don't know if you're still here because you said real estate. I think you're okay. Nelson said real estate. Nelson, I hope this
Yes,
explains.
I'm still with you. I'm still with you. But I will still ask
Okay.
a question.
Go ahead to ask your question. I think I'm done with the logo. Go ahead to ask a question. We're done with the flyer.
Okay, I want to, based on the shadow you did, I'm trying to do the same shadow, but it's like the thing is drawing line between the shadow and the building.
Okay. Okay, like I said, if you add a shadow and you want to, the shadow, for example, now, this shadow now, you see the shadow is this box. If you reduce the shadow,
Yes.
it's going to give you a line. It's going to give you a line like this. You're going to see a line. So make sure to drag this thing today. Once you drag it up, you're going to have the full shadow. Make sure to drag it up. If you want to reduce the shadow, reduce it from the downside. Reduce it from the downside, then push it down. I don't know if you understand. Don't reduce it from, because the upside is like blended. So if you want to reduce the effect of the shadow, make sure to reduce it from the downside, not the upside. That's the problem you have. You're reducing it from the up. So it's going to give you that line. Make sure to increase the upside. So if you want to reduce the shadow, you are going to reduce it from the downside because the upside is blended. So reduce from the downside and then you adjust properly. You can always duplicate if you feel like the shadow is not enough. You can duplicate the shadow, place it on top of each other. So you don't have any problem with the shadow. Just make sure to reduce from the downside, not the upside. So that covers your question. Any other question from anybody? The other
Sir,
ways to run this.
my
Yeah, go
own
on.
question is for the building now in the diagram. How you were able to like zoom it like this?
Okay. The initial size of the building. I think let me show you the initial size. This was the initial size. This is the size of the building. So what I did is I placed the building at the edge. Just place it like this. Once you zoom it to the left-hand side like this, then you drag it down from this side. Hope you understand.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Just
sir.
just expand it. It's not a problem. Expand it to the, if you want to expand, if just make sure the main building is showing, or if you place the building, drag it to the down parts, then expand to the right. So it's going to pick keep the building at the center of the whole design. So that shouldn't be a problem for you also. Does anybody have questions? So I think we're going to head over to the assignments for corrections and stuff. So we have sofa design. So we did 2 designs today. We have sofa design. We have,
Sir, for this sofa design, how did you
yes,
insert those upholsteries, all those chairs?
the seat.
Yes.
I just used sofa. I just searched for sofa here and just used it. But I told you guys to go to Google, download your own sofa, remove the background, then import to Canva, like upload to Canva. That's what I told you guys to use. So I just used my own directly because I didn't want to switch between tabs. My network is not good. So hope you guys completed your sofa designs, and maybe if you want to try out this, if you are someone is Amarachi, are you raising your hand? If you have question, you can go ahead to ask. If you don't have question, let's head over to the assignments so that I can. Now we have 16 responses. We have 16 submissions. First of all, we have Precious Chidera. Okay, let's open Precious. Hope everybody that submitted is in this class. I don't know if you guys are in this class. Okay, so Precious Chidera, we have Precious Design. We have okay. She wrote Hot Grace, that's the watermark. Then she used the grade mates. She added the logo. And then I think this is perfect. Okay, I want you guys to rate this design. Rate it on the chat box, so it won't be as if I'm overdoing it. You guys should go ahead to rate the design over 10. Rate the design over 10. I don't see any correction in this design, so I think is for me. I think I rate this design 9 over 10 for this particular design. That's Precious Chidera. Precious Chidera, 9 over 10. Now, you guys are not rating. You guys should rate the design over 10. Okay. I don't think I don't have any correction for this design. The colors are perfect. She used the color of the fire and the green. That's this orange red. Mesoma said 10. Perfect. So we have orange red color, and she used white. Look at this footer. She used white for this icon because this icon is on the orange background. But this side, she didn't use white again. She used black. So she understands the assignments. You understand? So that's it for Chidera. Chidera, if you are in this class, you did very well. Now the next person we are going to back to this tab. The next person we are going to check number 2. Number 2 is Divine Favor Maswell. Divine Favor Maswell. We have. I don't think Divine Favor did the assignment because he uploaded a different design entirely. I'm not going to grade it. I don't know if he's here. I told you guys to design that flyer, not another thing entirely. The third person is Mr. Lota. Are you available?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Okay, please, if you can just write out the rating. Precious Chidera 9/10. Please, just if you're available.
Okay. Why,
Now
why,
the
why are
second
you giving
person,
why are you giving Precious 9/10?
it should be
Precious is
10/10, but I don't want to give. I don't know the.
Precious is,
What if I say
Precious is,
design that is? What if I say design that is better than our own? I don't think it's possible, but let's continue, Sha. That's why I said
Precious is
9.
my enemy. Precious is my enemy. Why are you giving her 9/10? Where is that?
She's the enemy doesn't mean that she's not good. She did a great job. So the second person, Daniel Lumba. Okay, let's go straight to.
Let me go back to Precious again. You said Precious. You said it's 10 over again.
Precious Chidera is 9/10.
Okay. I want her to
Now,
have 5/10. You're giving her 9/10.
now we have Daniel Lumba.
Yeah, Daniel Mba. Okay, that's Obinna too.
Dominion, I told you guys to do this and do the restaurant, because the reason I said it, because I cannot judge another flyer. If you upload another flyer, I'm not going to know if you did it or if you just downloaded it from somewhere. That's why I said you should do that particular flyer. Do you understand? So I can know if you guys did it yourself. So this one is Daniel Lumba. So Daniel Lumba, I'm saying Sismo Kitchen. Let's see what.
Okay, he wants us to start selling food.
Huh?
He wants us to start selling food.
So we have Sismo Kitchen by Daniel Lumba. So Daniel Lumba used chocolate, that dark chocolate, and I think, is it yellow, dark brown, or this is actually nice. If you look at this place, that section of the food, let me just zoom it in. Can you see this effect? He added an effect to this place. So he used chocolate and also yellow for this part. So for that reason, I'm giving him 8/10. I wanted to say 9/10, but the color, I'm not sure about the color choice, but the design is perfect. So 8/10 for Daniel Lumba. If you're in this class, you did very, very well.
Well done, Dan. Well done, Dan.
Now the next person we are going to review is Nelson Chibike. Okay, Nelson is in this class. So Nelson.
That's a group 1 leader. That's a group 1 leader.
So you have Nelson. Nelson did Bella's Kitchen. Okay. Hope you guys can see the screen, bro.
Yeah, we can see your screen, boss.
Okay. Bella's Kitchen. Okay. Now I have issues for this design, because if you look at this watermark, the first watermark, the first Bella's Kitchen is still visible. So it's disrupting the other ones. That means the watermark, the first one is still visible. The transparency doesn't match the other one. So that's the first error. Then the food, I don't know the quality of the food, Sha, but I think the food quality is not good. So next time you are designing, you have to look for quality pictures to use. Besides that, okay, this down part, they look at this icon, the phone call icon. He used black color and it's touching the edge of the page. It's not meant to be touching the edge of the page. Besides that, he did very, very well. So I'm going to give okay, another thing is the colors doesn't match, because the Bella's Kitchen, the name of the company is orange red. That's dark orange red, that's the color. But the logo is yellow, pure yellow, and the footer side we have yellow also. So it should match, at least to some extent, match this color. So I'm going to give Nelson, I'm going to give you 6.5. Let's do 6.5.
A whole group there, 6.5. He will see it to
He
come.
did very well, but he understands what I'm saying. He knows what I'm saying. 6.5.
Okay.
The next person we are going to check is, at least everybody did very well. The next person is Emmanuel Ayomide.
Yeah,
Emmanuel
they did well.
Ayomide.
Good for them.
I'm seeing Buki's kitchen. Now, Emmanuel Ayomide, wonderful. Okay, so first of all, the color. I don't know. You're using color. You're using the color of the vegetable. That's you're using the color of the vegetable to judge the design. That's okay. So now I don't know the reason you used. I don't think you used frame for this part. I think you just added picture here. So it's not proper to just add picture without framing it. So you just added picture here. The watermark is a little bit noisy, like it's too much. It's noisy. Okay, the down part is okay. So besides that, okay, the EBA in the menu, the rice and beans, the font size is small. The EBA, Malasimo, and wheat is also small. So the font size doesn't match for the menu. You didn't use frame for this place. So this place is looking like a passport. It's looking like a jam form with a passport.
Not for you.
Hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's looking like a passport. It's looking like jam form with passport. So you're not meant to just place picture at the edge like this. It's not looking proper. But besides that, you did very well. So the watermark is too much. The color is okay. Then watch the font size. I repeated this before. Watch the font size. Make sure the font size matches. That's the most important thing in the design, besides the color. So for this design, I'm going to give you 6. I'm going to give you 6 for this design. That's yes. Now the next person we're going to review is Uche Chioma Magdalene. Uche Chioma, hope you're in this class. Let's see what Chioma has. Are you in this class? I'm kind of impressed because the colors I'm seeing, I can't even imagine the colors, but okay, so we have chocolate color. I think this color is, what's it called? Beige. This color is called beige. Chocolate and beige color. That's perfect match. Okay, now look at this part, the menu. Look at the menu. As you can see, the menu is not aligned. The first jollof rice is not aligned with the other ones. Hope you guys are seeing this thing I'm marking out. If you can see the highlights, yes, okay. So the jollof rice is not aligned with other ones. And then you align these ones to the left side. Now starting from the left side instead of starting from the right side. So the alignment for the menu is off. The footer aspect, this place is perfect. This place is okay. Also, you used, okay. Now you used Instagram. The Instagram icon you used is the Instagram color. That's the normal Instagram color. But the Facebook color, you not use the main Facebook color. That's the blue one. So if you want to use Instagram color, that's normal Instagram. You are meant to use the Facebook main one, that's the blue one also. Or you just stick to using the default, all those black and outlined icons. Now I noticed something. This cheese delight. She added this thing to the eye. That was very, very impressive. Have you guys seen this chef cap, chef bonnets? If you guys can see, just give a thumbs up. She added this to the eye. That's very, very impressive. So instead of leaving the eye naked, she just decided to add the. So for that creativity, I'm going to give her 6.5. Just for adding that stuff. It's meant to be 6, but she got extra mark for Then the color is perfect. The color combination is perfect. So
What's
that's
her
it
score?
for 6.5. She didn't align the menu, the text and the menu. This alignment is not, this one is not aligned. Then the other one is aligned to the right. And then the icons are not consistent enough. Besides that, she added watermark. She added something, an effect to the background, which is nice. She added this to the eye, which is also nice. So that's 6.5. Now, the next person we are going to review is we're going to review Esther Okeke. Esther Okeke.
That one is
Now,
my
Esther
friend.
Okeke.
My precious is my enemy.
Okay, now Esther Okeke is stubborn enough. She didn't want to place the picture at the side, so she decided to place it at the center, which is very, very nice. She decided to go for a local dish and stuff like that. Now, first of all, the logo is touching the edge of the design. It's meant to be standing alone. So next time, just make sure the logo is not touching the edge of the box. Just make sure it's not touching, and it's also touching. It's touching the main point. That's the name of the logo is also touching the main point. So you have to pay attention to that. So make sure nothing is touching the edge of the box, the layout, and they are not touching themselves. So that's it for this side. Then the dishes, I think this is okay because we just wanted to. Okay, let me just show you how to do this in case of next time. Let me go head over to Canva. What you're going to do is, instead of adding those pictures just like that, what you're going to do is you're going to add frame. That's why I taught you guys how to use frame. You're going to add frame. Let me explain what you're going to do with frame. Now, you're going to place the first circle frame like this. Second one, maybe like this. Third one like this. Now, if you add the frames on top of each other, it's going to give you a perfect design, just like this. You get a structured picture alignment, so that if you're placing the picture inside of each of these frames, it's not going to disturb the design. Like you place the abacha on this frame, you place another food on this frame. So you have to make sure to use the frames during the design. There are various ways you can place the frames. You can decide to do it like this. You understand? So you just make sure to use the frame so that it's going to help you to align during your design, so that it's not going to disrupt your whole work. So that's the issue with placing the pictures on their own like this. So I don't know if you used one picture as a whole. You're meant to download the food menu differently. Now this egusi soup, urban rice, you can just place frames. You can just place frames, 3 frames like this. Then this abacha, you place a big frame. You understand? So that's how you place these pictures. Now for the menu, I don't think the menu is okay. Then the right up under the menu is almost invisible. It's very, very small, very, very tiny. The footer, the icons are touching. That the icons in the footer are touching. They are touching the footer. That's the rectangle. So you're meant to make it smaller, a little bit smaller. So for this design, you have you're going to have, let's just say we have 6/10 for this design, because the company logo is touching the edge. The food is not aligned using a frame, and the write-ups are inconsistent. The icons are also touching the frame of the footer. So we have 6 for Esther. Okay. Now the next person, Favour Amarachi. Let's see what you have for us. Hope you guys are active. Hope you guys are seeing the corrections. If you are seeing the correction, comment yes on the chat. Because the correction is important. It's not about the score. Yes. Okay, now Bella's kitchen. This is almost as impressive as the first one I opened though. This particular design is very, very like, hope you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. This is very, very impressive. So the logo, we have the logo, we have fried rice and okay, jollof rice and chicken. Now she's maintaining the color of the logo. That's dark yellow. They wait though. Wait first. Is this my design or I don't understand? This design is looking too perfect. I don't know. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying? It's looking as if she took my design and submitted or something, but I don't think it's my design. So the design is perfect. But if you pay attention to these down parts, you see this icon over here and this one. The two icons are not aligned the same line. Watch very well. The two icons. Let me open it. The two icons are not aligned. Can you guys see it? So you have to pay attention to the alignment. That's what shows that you're a professional. So besides that alignment, I don't think there's any problem in this design. There's no problem in this design. So we are going to give this design. We're going to give the design 8/10. That's second design, almost perfect. The other one is 9/10. This one is 8/10. This one is very, 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 very good. What's the name of the person? Who's of favor? That's very, very nice.
Favor Marathi, yeah.
That's very, very nice. The next design is Ibenaka Esther Oyedikachi. Esther's Kitchen. Okay. You don't have a restaurant.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you guys look at this design is different from other designs. Do you know the reason? She's using a different type of font entirely. So just because she's using a different font entirely, she's already gotten 5. Now let's now judge the other part of the design. So she has the food, and the border. That's now the problem we have in design. The logo is touching this. What the first watermark, Esther's Kitchen, is having issues with the logo. So next time, just don't bother putting the watermark at this place. Now we have Esther's Kitchen. So this one is meant to be almost invisible. That this particular one should be very, very transparent. Now other watermarks are good. Now Esther's Kitchen, under the Esther's Kitchen, she now used another type of font. That's handwriting. She used handwriting fonts for the slogan, which is very, very perfect. If you guys can see, understand what I'm saying. Now the menu is perfect. The footer, she decided to place the footer at the center of the page, which is okay. Now the problem with this footer is that the icon, this first icon, this website icon is now on top, and then this one is at the down. So you have to align these two.
Where is all this small ads coming from?
Huh?
Sorry, not you, bro.
Okay, so she did a very, very good work by using this. Only this handwriting font itself is giving me joy. So but unfortunately she contradicted this design by placing this beside the logo, and then this one is also very visible. So someone can read Esther's Kitchen. You understand? So I'm going to give this design 7/10.
Well done, Esther.
7/10 for Ibenaka Esther. Yeah. Now the next person we have is, we're almost done. The next person we have is Mesoma Mesoma gift. Mesoma's name is popular in this class. I used to see Mesoma. Now let's see what
Let's see her design. She's very active. I want her to pass. I don't want the Precious Audrey to be the highest.
they play. Okay. So Mesoma has the logo. Mesoma, your logo, the alignment, the logo is meant to be like here. You understand? It's meant to be here, but it's shifted a little bit. But that's not a problem. Now the food is okay. The logo is meant to be shifted a little bit to this side, and a little bit smaller. Is very, very good. It should be like smaller, just this size. Now the watermark is if you can look at this place now, the watermark is the right up and the menu is fighting with the watermark. Hope you understand. So next time, reduce transparency of the watermark. I think this should be like this watermark should be like this is more than 60 transparency. This is more than 60. So it should be less than 50 for watermark. So make sure to reduce the watermark. Now the gifts kitchen is okay. This part, okay, this part is okay. The menu is aligned properly. Now the footer part, we have 2 numbers, and she just added the icon. She was nonchalant when she was adding the icon. So next time, just add the icon. Make sure the icon is the icon. Make sure the icon is here, and then the second icon for this part, make sure it's here. Once you add the icon, then make sure the icons are not disturbed. They are aligned the same line before you start adding the tests. And then if you notice the tests are not aligned again from here, you didn't align this place. You're meant to align this test, all of them like this, and then maintain that same format for this place also. So I'm meant to align this email, and then align these contact us. So we have problem with the footer, we have problem with the watermark, and thus the logo. This design is going to have for this design we're going to give this design like 7. We have 7/10 for the colors. The colors are okay. The
customer gift.
The watermark, so that's yeah. So 7/10 for that particular design. Now the next person we're going to review is this is number 11. Okay, we're almost done. Uche Chioma, I thought I reviewed this earlier. I've done this. I think I've done this one earlier. She submitted 2 times or so. Yes, we have done it. Okay, now the next person after Uche Chioma is Friday Praise Tochi. All these names I'm seeing, I've not seen these names in class, so I don't know. Friday Praise Tochi. Have you guys seen this person? I've not seen this name in class.
The guy that bears the name the shooter. His email is the shooter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see the design. I've not seen anybody with okay, wonderful. I wanted to say I've not seen anybody with less than 5 score. Now I'm about to see the person with less than 5 score. Now for this design we have for this design. Have you guys seen like shooter? Are you in this class? Are you active? If you're active, comment yes, so I'll know what I'm saying. I'll know if I should hurt your feelings or comment yes if you're in this class. So the food, I don't know what. Okay, I think he used shape for the food instead of just giving it border. the watermark is just there. It's not transparent. So the text is aligned. The text is aligned. The menu, okay, this particular place is not this rice and beans and turkey is not aligned with spaghetti and porridge. So we have issues with this one. The footer, the icons are aligned. They write up this particular contact us is the font size is not the same thing with the website font size. Hope you guys are seeing this thing I'm showing. So the website font size is smaller, contact us font size is big. So we have this design. We're going to give this design 5/10. I think this is the lowest so far. So no logo, the plate of food, that's the picture is not properly adjusted. The watermark, the shout is no transparency. The menu is not aligned. The footer, the write up on the footer, the sizes are not the same thing. So that's it for shooter. If you're in this class, I hope you're paying attention to the corrections for the next because you guys are going to end of this week. Well, you guys will do another. This time you guys might do like 2 designs together. So the next person is Christian Mesoma Precious. I think I know Mesoma. Again, another Mesoma.
Yeah, there are 2 of them, Mesoma Gift and Mesoma Precious.
Okay, Mesoma, this challenge is Mesoma said I'm having issues with grouping. Okay. Let's see if we can. So for this particular design, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Can you guys see what I'm seeing? What do you guys think about this design? You guys should react to this design.
I don't know what to say.
This design is crazy. Like this design is different from everybody's design. It's very, very unique. It's very, very impressive. It's impressive. Hope you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. This design is different because the color selection is crazy. The fonts, the font type is crazy also. The only problem I have with this design is I don't think the circle is perfect for this place. I think she did it on purpose. The font type, the font style, and the sizes are perfect. This design is like let's say this design is 8/10. The design is 8/10. And if you look at this design, the logo is a spoon and effect. That's for the logo. And then she came to the body of the design and she added a spoon and effect also. Hope you guys are seeing what I'm saying. Instead of using normal watermark, she now used a spoon and effect also for watermark. That's very, very creative. That's for this particular person. So this design is 8/10. The reason I gave it 8/10 is because of this choice of food, and I don't think it's perfect circle. I don't know. Are you this person? That's Mesom. Are you in this? Are you in this class? If you're in this class, please indicate. So I'm not in. Yeah, in this class. Okay, can you unmute yourself and explain why you did this thing like this session like this? If you had issues with the circle or like the framing or something, or you did it on purpose, because I can see it's not from here. I can see it's not a perfect circle. So if you did it on purpose, say the truth.
I don't know how I did it, but I just did it.
Okay, that means it's a mistake. So this
Sir,
is
for
not
me, for me, what I noticed there, he didn't. The background of that picture is still there. He didn't remove the background.
It's not about the background. I'm talking about the circle. Look at the circle. The circle is not like perfect.
And now, if he removed the background, now he would have aligned that circle to be the same.
No, the problem is that she did not. I don't think she used. If she used the frame, no matter whether you remove the background or not, the
I
frame is going to
used
perfect.
frame. Oh, I used frame.
Then that means you expanded the frame. Like, let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. Let me just open my Canva and show you where you went wrong. You almost got 10/10 with this design. Let me show you what you did. Now this is the perfect circle in the framing. I think you expanded it like this. You drag the circle. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
Now you drag the circle a little bit, so it spoiled the shape. It's not like perfect circle anymore. So that's why it's showing that's why it's looking like this. But this design is very, very okay. It's unique. So it's 8/10. So keep up the good work, Sha.
Thank you.
The next person we are going to review is 14/16. Peace. I was waiting for this person. Peace, hope you're active, Abi. Peace used to come to class early. Peace, are you active? If you're active,
Yes,
give
sir.
thumbs. Okay, so should they speak English or okay? So Royal's Kitchen. Let's see what Royal's Kitchen have for us. I know say she no go fail in the okay. Okay. First of all, the logo is fighting for its life. The logo is already falling off. Now the logo is falling off. Let me just assume that this is a design. Let me just assume that you just designed the logo to just be at the edge, which is okay. Now the plate of food. I don't think you used framing for this part. You didn't use frame, you just used border for this part.
No, I used framing.
But it's rounded. This place is rounded. The edges are rounded. Border radius.
Like
It has border radius.
the food that I downloaded was like when I removed the background, it was now like that.
Okay. Okay. So after that, now look at this place. The watermark is fighting also. This place, if you can see what I'm saying, the watermark here is fighting. And now the watermark is not aligned. You have different watermark. You just place the watermark random. Let me go back to Canva and show you what you should do next time. If you want to add the watermark to a design, let's say the watermark you're adding is add the heading. That's this right top is watermark. What you're going to do is, if you move the first one to the upside, let's say you want to zoom it. What you're going to do, once you duplicate the first one, once you place the first one under like this, once you are clicking duplicate, Canva is going to duplicate it for you. You don't need to adjust again. Once you are clicking, they're going to use their hand to align it for you, just like this. Then once you just highlight, you can decide to adjust, and then you reduce transparency. So I don't know why you guys are finding it difficult to place it. You can decide to rotate if that's for people that want to rotate their own. So like I said, once you place the first one, all you have to do is duplicate it, bring it down, and then once you are clicking duplicate, Canva is going to help you and bring down the other ones. So that's how you do it for next time. That's these places they're fighting themselves. Now we have Royal's Kitchen, Yummy Taste of Life. This place is okay. She added this abstract to the background, which is okay. We added this abstract to the background, which is okay. Emmanuel, I'm coming back to that. Now, this text aspect, the menu is not aligned. This place also, I don't know, variety of drinks, wine, Chapman, wine, Chapman. It should be independent of, it shouldn't be on the same line. So this Chapman should be. So let's say we have, let's go back to Canva. Let's say we have, let me add a text. The issue with alignment, if you don't align the menu, you have issues because the alignment is very, very important. Once you are listing something out, make sure you align the text. Let me just show you. Let's say wine, Chapman, beer. Now the problem we have with this is the spelling of wine. Wine has four letters only. Chapman has more letters than wine. Do you understand? So it's not going to look proper if you place it. But once you align it to the left, it looks arranged. Hope you understand what I'm saying. So you should align, make sure you align any listing. When you're listing items in your design, you make sure you align it. That's even in MS Word, if you are working with documents, make sure you align it. That's why this place is looking off. You understand?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Now the footer, I don't know what happened to your phone. Your telephone is falling off again. Maybe someone is trying to snatch the phone. So this place, the phone is falling off. You even rotated the phone. This side, this one is placed okay. The right top is also rotated. Why did you rotate? Why are you rotating your this footer is off entirely? Okay, let me just go back to Canva for people that have issues with that. What you are going to do is you add a shape. Let me repeat that aspect again, just in case someone has issues with that. Now we have a shape. Make sure the shape is not rounded. That's from here, it's not rounded. Now, once I place the shape, I stretch it to the end of the page like this. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, if I add icon, let's say phone icon. Now, after adding this shape, if I add phone icon, let's say I add this icon. Look at what you're going to do for me. Place this icon like this. Add the second icon, website icon. You place the second icon beside the phone icon. I want it to be the same. Make sure it's the same size. That's what I said. Make sure it's the same pattern of, like, if I'm using this icon that has background, this black background now, I'm going to use another icon that has black background. You have to be consistent with the icons you're using. If I'm using the one that doesn't have black background, I will have to make sure the two doesn't have black background. But if I want to color it, then I'll use the one with black background so that I can color it. I can decide to color it the way I want. Hope you understand what I'm saying. So make sure to use the same type of icon so that it's not going to be issue. Now, sizing the icon, let's say this one is big and this one is small, and you don't know how to size it. Carry the big one, place it at the top. You see this line at the top. Are you seeing the line?
Yes, sir.
Now, once you see the line, leave it. Once they show the line at the top, leave it. Then from the down, drag it. You see another line at the down, like this. Are you seeing the line?
Yes, sir.
Now, once you see the line, you know already that these two icons are of the same size. Now, if I highlight it, look at this. It's perfect. Now, I can decide to shift this one, and I'll still get I will now see this line, these three lines. That means two of them are aligned. Then if I decide to move it to the down part like this, I can recite the two together. Now if I shift this one, automatically this you know already that they are the same size. So if you see the straight line, that means it's centered. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing.
Yes, sir.
So that's how you make sure the two icons are the same icons, and make sure the two icons are of the same size. That's how you do the footer, so that you won't have a problem next time. So that's it for the footer. Which other thing? So we have problems with the footer. We have I don't know. Okay, this can be a design, but I don't think we did it on purpose. Did you do this side on purpose? Did you place this on purpose? This logo, did you place it on purpose like this?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so the food aspect, you said is from the picture, so you need to source out another picture next time if the picture is
Okay,
not
that
okay. Now the watermark, I already showed you how to do watermark
yeah.
to the
It was
uh,
from the group that it scattered.
okay. So now the menu, you align it to the left so that it will look proper. Then you
Okay,
align
sir.
the footer. So this particular design, you're going to have 6 for this design, 6. Because we have problems everywhere. We have problems everywhere. So we have 6/10. But I know the next assignment are going to do better. So that's it for this one. The next one is, wait, did you submit 2 times?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, the next person is Favor. That's the last person is Favor Arenza.
Well done, Peace. Well done, Peace. You're doing well. That's your first design. You did a very nice job. Well done. You guys are trying.
Yeah,
Thank you,
they
sir.
did a nice job. Now, Favor, Umena Favor. We have challenges you encounter. She said bad network. Bad
It's
network.
he actually.
Okay. He's a guy. Bad network. Bad network. You need to pack out from Nigeria. Bad. Oshe, badness. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes, so I want the young man to win Precious. So that's my own decision.
Eh?
I want yeah, nice job that you got there actually. But the
Okay,
background is
so
a lot of things in the
I don't
background.
know. I don't know if the guys are you active in this class? So if you're active, unmute your mic. Okay, so this design now, see the problem we have with this design. We have this design is meant to be like 7 or 8. Okay, let's say 8, but let me just highlight the problem. So the logo is perfect. This session is perfect. Favorite kitchen, locally made, loved by all. Perfect. The menu aligned. The menu is aligned, if you can see. The footer is also aligned, as you can see. I think the text is the same size. Now, this side of the footer used white, contact us and phone number. He used white. So automatically, this particular icon should be white also. This phone icon should be white. This side, he used black. So this one should be black. So this next time, this icon should be white because the text beside it is white also. Now, the problem I have with design is the watermark. You have favorite kitchen as a watermark, and then you also added another watermark, these icons. Now, the next time you are doing this design, what you're going to do is either you choose favorite kitchen watermark or you choose the shape watermark. Now, if you are choosing the shape watermark, it shouldn't be pronounced like this. It's very, very visible. And as you can see, the watermark is, you have red color, we have green color in these shapes. So you just need to reduce transparency a little bit more. It's still going to be visible. Just reduce it a little bit more. And then forget about the favorite kitchen watermark. So you have to select one. But besides that, the design is very, very good. So I'm going to give the design 7/10. Just for the arrangements. Look at this session.
Favor, that's your first design, right? That's your first design ever, right? Favor. Is he on the call? I don't know whether he's on the call. I don't
even know if it's active. So we have this place. Look at this place. Can you guys see what I'm saying? It's perfect. So, and the logo, the size of the logo is perfect also. The footer size, the write up, perfect. Just the watermark and then just this color. So this is 7/10 for this particular design. So that's it for the grading. If you know you got less than 7, you need to buckle up The next assignment is going to be math. So buckle up, buckle up, buckle up. Back to Tachi. What's your full name? Let me check. I think I've passed. What's your full name?
Esther, sir. Ibinaka Esther Onyedikachi.
Okay. Lota, what's the score? Where Binaka Esther?
Okay, Esther. Esther Ibinaka, that's 7.
7. Okay, Esther, I explained this design. This watermark you added there is a problem. You should remove this place because it's touching the logo. This one also, you should remove this one also because it reads as Esther's Kitchen. But I like this font you used here. I like how you use the font. The menu is aligned. Besides that, then this footer, you should maintain, if you are using this format, contact us, then the phone number under. That means you should maintain this one also, websites, the website under. This logo, this website icon should be here. You understand? Just like this one. So you have to maintain this same format, this same pattern for this website section. So that's why I gave you 7. Then the watermark, on the kitchen watermark, you have problem with watermark also. Is disturbing each other. So you have to watch. So remove this, then you align this. So that's 7/10. That's your score. So this class now, we are done with the grading. So this is what we did today. We did real estate flyer. We also did sofa. I think this real estate flyer is low-key better than this sofa design. I don't know. What do you guys think? Which one is better? The real estate design or
The two.
The two?
Yes.
The estate design, but the 2 is good.
I know the 2 is good now. I'm saying which one is better? Which one do you prefer? This one or
The
this
real
one?
The sofa design.
real estate.
Let's do the 2. The real estate is more like, it's more simple than the other one.
Okay. So please said, how can I align my test? Let me show you again. Let's say you have wine, Chapman, beef. If you want to align your test, once you click on it, at the menu here, you see alignment. That's this one. You just tap on it. It's not difficult. We have different alignments, but for menu, you just select this one. So it should be like this. Hope you understand, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now we have the next. What we're going to do is, I don't know if you guys can. Okay, you guys should. This is not an official assignment. Assignment should be at the end of the week. So this one is for WhatsApp group. What you're going to do for me is, I told you guys to use your own sofa. I told you guys to use your own sofa for the design. So what you're going to do is, once you're done with this design, with your own sofa, your own color of sofa, send it to the WhatsApp group with your full name under it. If you want to attempt the real estate flyer also, real estate poster also, you can attempt that also and post on the WhatsApp group with your full name. Just attach your full name. Obina said, sofa design, how do you get the effects? If you're talking about the background, just search for white background. If you're using white, you get different options. That's for this background I'm using. So that's it for today's class. I think hope you guys had wonderful session. If you guys had wonderful session, go ahead to give thumbs up, then we call it a day. This is 10:40. So we did extra 40 minutes for this class. So once you give a thumbs up or you can go ahead to comment on the chat if you enjoyed the class. Then you can go ahead to log off. Mesoma said yes, so Mesoma is off. Okay. Yeah, good night, Mesoma. He said amazing. Yeah, just give your review, then you can log off. I'll wait for your designs on the WhatsApp group.